Blake Griffin was a high school star at Oklahoma Christian High School, won a couple of state championships. His dad was a coach. His brother Taylor was also on the team. Then he spent 2 years in Oklahoma leading the Sooners deep into the NCAA tournament. He is an icon here in the state. There's no question. By the way, folks, we are continuing our celebration of 3rd annual NBA Green Week through April 10th to generate awareness and funding for the environment. You can help by going to nba.com/green and finding how you can be a little more beneficial to the preservation of our environment. Well, speaking of Blake Griffin, I had a chance to talk to his dad about not only his son's upbringing, but the superstar he's become so quickly. Well, when you think of Oklahoma, you obviously think of football, the Sooners or the Cowboys, whomever. But Blake Griffin is sort of bringing Oklahoma to the NBA map, along with the Oklahoma City Thunder as well. But how is he viewed there in his hometown? You win 4 straight championships in high school. He plays for Oklahoma a couple years, and now he's an all-star. How does the city in that area view your son?
Well, I think they view him in a very positive state because he is what he really is. It's not one of those things where it's all covered up. Mm-hmm. He's a genuine person. He really believes in what he does. He does the best he can, and if he has a challenge in front of him, he normally is going to try to make sure that challenge is no longer a challenge. It's going to be conquered.
Obviously, you had high expectations for your son because you knew what type of person he was, let alone basketball player. But to be an all-star in his very first year in the NBA, have you been surprised or shocked by any things he's accomplished this season?
I've been surprised by a lot of things he's done this year, yes. Normally, you get into the NBA, it's not going to be one of those things you just immediately come in and be an impact. I mean, you've had some players like that, but no, I didn't put Blake in that category. I did know one thing. I know Blake would be, if he found out things that he needed to improve on to make himself better, I know he would do that. I knew that would take place. But as far as how quickly he's gotten there, it's kind of surprising to me too. Yeah.
We've been talking about his childhood and his development as a basketball player, and he's always so quick to give you a lot of praise for that, obviously being his coach. But when did you realize, at what age maybe, did you think that he could be not just a pretty good athlete, but a superior athlete?
Well, I don't know about the word superior, but a pretty good athlete ever since he was just a little boy. I mean, even when he started his first game he ever played was T-ball. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he was really good at T-ball. So I mean, it really didn't think NBA because we've never pushed him to be anything other than what he wants to be. And like, for example, before he could even get started with anything, we used to study, well, he wouldn't, but I would tell him about the rules and regulations of something before we even got into it.
Really?
And tried to do the best I could with teaching him. So I felt pretty good about most things except for soccer. And I just didn't know very much about soccer until I put it together like, well, kicking the ball is pretty much like field goal kicking and extra point kicking, which I did in football.
Right.
And then in basketball, you have a 2-hand over the head, which is a throw-in from the sideline. Mm-hmm. So those things we worked on, and we worked on pretty diligently. And he became pretty good at it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but to the level that he's on right now, no, I never would have put him on that level. I just thought, okay, hey, he has a future. He has the opportunity to go to college and probably play, and I didn't think Division I. I just thought he had an opportunity to go to college and get a scholarship.
Well, you know, in Los Angeles, it is Hollywood, and stars and celebrities sort of run the town, and Blake is becoming somewhat of a celebrity. Actually, I take that back. He is a celebrity here in Los Angeles. But what I tell him often, Tommy, is that to me, one of his best traits is his humility. Where does that come from, and how does he remain so humble considering all the things that people are throwing at him?
Well, the thing we talk about, even when he was little, and we tried to make sure he understood it from an early age, is that we feel like God has given him an ability to do things that a lot of people will never, ever have. So the thing is, instead of going around and beating on my chest saying how great I am or look at me type of thing, we just need to make sure that we hit those knees at night, and not necessarily at night, but we just need to thank God for the abilities that we have. And that's what we've tried to instill in Blake.
Well, we appreciate the time, and great job on raising not just one but 2 tremendous sons, and good luck. I hope you enjoy the rest of his ride here in his rookie season.
Well, I thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Right.
Okay.